I'm Manuel Copas, as you know, from TGAC, and this first talk of today is going to be on BioJS, which is basically a resource, community-built resource, which has, in my view, quite a lot of similarities in terms of the community that we have here for Gmod. And I think, you know, I'm looking forward to lots of synergies through this event. This is work that has been led by Rafael Jimenez. You can see his name there. He's going to join us tomorrow. And I'm also quite involved in the coordination of the project, building communities, the social engineering, and so on. So, what's the background for BioJS? Obviously, BioJavaScript is what we are talking about here. And this is a typical scenario for a JavaScript application in the life sciences. Well, you don't have a lot of time, so you create your own, very quickly, your JavaScript application that probably is going to be used only once, and you don't care about the documentation because, you know, you really want to get your job quickly, dirty, and just done it. There is, actually, if you want to look for a particular application in JavaScript so that you don't have to reinvent the wheel, you know, where do you look? Well, you do a Google search and you find all these applications. Many of them are dead, other ones, you know, don't properly work, some others really, you know, don't do exactly what you want to do. So this is a very typical scenario in the life sciences community, especially when you want to develop web applications. And what we found is that there are no there is not a consistent place where you can find all of these JavaScript places. So this is just to reiterate what I just said. So if you want to discover a particular application, there is no registry, no examples with which to test an application that you might want to reutilize. So basically, there is a mess in what it is, the reutilization and applications for JavaScript. So here we come. BioJS is a coordinated effort based at the EBI, but there are also many other places that are collaborating, among them TGAC, and I hope that after this meeting, Gmod will be involved in this community. So we provide a set of guidelines on how applications for JavaScript visualization techniques, visualization components should be developed so that at the end of the day, we end up with a standard, consistent way of modules that can be easily reutilized by the community and by people who are interested. People who contribute to this effort are gonna get the recognition that they deserve. And moreover, people, once they learn how to develop a particular component, or once they learn how to install a particular component, it's very easy for them to develop or reuse new components because they all have the same basic and fundamental architecture. So as of today, there are 29 components that have been released, and obviously they are all open source, and we hope that this is going to increase dramatically in the next few years. We have a centralized repository that is available for anyone who wants to use these applications. You can search and you can find all of the functionalities that are available. Here I'm just giving you a list of some of the, I say, featured features. For example, DAS protein feature viewer. Then we have the gene expression summary that basically integrates the gene expression atlas database and with published studies and so on. Protein 3D, the chromosome view. I mean, how many times have you tried to, visualize your particular features in your website, and basically you have to end up having to rewrite the chromosome view. I mean, there are many different reasons why I think that, you know, this kind of reinventing the wheel hopefully should be solved in some respects by using some of the components here. Obviously, don't expect that you are going to find everything that you are looking for in here. Hopefully, you know, by combining the efforts, we'll end up having a sort of open BioX, you know, like BioPerl or BioJava community where you're going to get all of these different applications available. This is just to show you an example. So we have the sequence, which here you can see is a Swiss prot sequence that, and this is just a screenshot from the website. There's another one here. This is the gene expression summary. Again, you can, the cool thing is that you have all these different tabs in there where it shows how it looks or how it should look like. Then it's quite well documented. You have the installation notes. You have, even here on the right-hand side, you have the different methods that are involved in the components that form this particular module. This is just to show that the publication is now gone out in so as of last month, and so it's a very big initiative, not just me or Rafael. The next thing I wanted to do now is to give you a small brief tour of the registry live. So it might not work, but let's try. So we have a Google code page. So you have here the overview, obviously, and then quite a nice, lovely picture of, in fact, this is our logo, these circling arrows. Depending on the day and on the mood, they have different colors. Today is green. So if you click on the registry, so you can see the different components that are to be shown. Sequence, this is the one I just showed before. So I can select this, and you can see actually on the right-hand panel how the events change, how the different functions interact with each other. So it's really nicely laid out for people to understand and to be able to reutilize this quite easily. Again, if you click on the installation, it's reasonably well documented. You have there the code that you can cut and paste in the right place in your website. Clicking on options, so you can have a description of how to actually customize the visualization of the sequence component for your particular needs. And clicking on methods, you can see, again, reasonably well documented set of methods available for this particular component. Same for events. I can show you another one, which is the gene expression summary. I showed this before. So if I click on View All, you can have all of the different terms that are specifically related to cell type in the ASPM differential expression summary. So same as I showed before. Again, we have, as I said, 29 components. It's reasonably well documented. We just need to, now is the time for the community building, the social engineering, the making sure that people know about this project. And I look forward to talking to each one of you if you are interested. And thanks very much for giving me this opportunity to talk today. I'll be talking later on about something completely unrelated. But again, thank you for giving me this chance. And I'll just finish with the acknowledgements slide. And any questions, I'll be happy to answer them now or later. Thank you.
I work with a JavaScript framework which is called Fluid. Do you know it?
No.
No. So it's the aim is to make websites look like a desktop application.
Right.
So it has a lot of widgets. It works with widgets.
Right.
And I wonder if it's possible to integrate or to make interactive operations between your library and...
That sounds really cool. Would you like to work on that?
I can.
You can?
Maybe not now.
Right, okay. As I say, you know, if you contribute to that, your name will be on the paper. That's what we...
Do you know other frameworks like this in JavaScript which just work with widgets? No. But do you consider to integrate this particular library of biological
Yeah, components, yeah. Yeah.
with more generic widget-like framework?
Well, this is framework agnostic. So in principle, it should be compatible. So that's how we design it to be made.
Same question, but on the back end. Data. What's your strategy for integrating the data sources? Is it just DAS or other data sources, JSON, SQL?
I don't know is the answer. Well, I would say really that anything that can be sort of integrated via web services or Ajax or this kind of thing. I don't see that it will necessarily require any specific development for these kind of applications. Again, some components will require very specific set of requirements. It will depend, basically.
So this is not a component framework on the back end,
No.
just on the front?
No. Yes, it's only front end. Thank you.